say we judge you on your contribution, your loyalty, your production. No, we judge you on the color of your skin.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, there is this video I've watched from South Africa, white South African. They are protesting. Something like this have never happened before. I've never seen it before. White South Africans were protesting and against discrimination and racism they are facing in South Africa in the place of work. I've never seen something like this before, and this video is like for sometimes in South Africa, white South Africans were protesting. Before we continue, let's watch this video.
The new share scheme is infuriating Sasol's white employees because it only benefits their black colleagues.
They don't say we judge you on your contribution, your loyalty, your production. No, we judge you on the color of your skin.
These workers say they're being discriminated against. Brian Fulton, who's worked at Sasol for 30 years, agrees.
We bought this company working shift works and doing night shifts and 16-hour shifts, and, I think it's unfair for us white people to be excluded from Sasol shares.
Banners in Afrikaans read, "Skin color does not determine my worth." But under apartheid, skin color did exactly that for decades, excluding non-white workers from most jobs.
Sasol says its new share scheme is not about workers' benefits or pay. It's about empowering black workers through a share scheme that would allow them 25% ownership. But white workers here say the company is being racist and they want equality.
Critics say that since 1995, only an elite group of blacks have benefited from economic empowerment. The World Bank says South Africa is one of the most unequal countries in the world, with poverty persistently high among black South Africans. The Trade Union Federation, COSATU, says it will fight any resistance to transforming the economy.
To wake up a quarter of a century later and have these very same people who were previously beneficiaries of job reservation aims, them lamenting about a policy that is trying to redress the imbalances of the past, is beyond mischievous. And we think an organization like Solidarity is really showing its true colors.
Leaders of the Solidarity Trade Union say the share scheme will only worsen divisions between workers. And the union says if Sasol executives don't change their minds, complaints will be made to South Africa's Human Rights Commission and the United Nations.
Welcome back. Now, it's very rare to see white people protesting or demonstrating because they are facing racism against black people or because they are being discriminated against black people. What we see every day in the news, or what we hear, or what we know, is that it's only white people who discriminate black people. I've never known, I've never seen, I've never heard that white people are being discriminated by black people. This got me by, I was very shocked that, wow, tables could turn. Tables could turn. And it's a lot of people in the comment section this video, they made me laugh at some point, because they were like, the colonizers, how can colonizer protest? How can colonizer say that he is facing racism? How can colonizer be discriminated, and yet they are the one running these institutions? Now, these white people are complaining that in the companies in South Africa, they are not given equal. They are not given equal rights with the black people. The black people are being favored. The black people are being put in the best position. The black people are being paid well, and yet the white, they are not. They are being discriminated because of their color. They are telling them because of your color, and they are like, you cannot determine my fate because of my color. Color is just a race, it's just a color. And I was like asking my question, do your people know that, or is only you who knows that? Do your people know that a color is just a color? Because your people are discriminating and doing the racist and being racist against black people. So I was worried, was this staged? Was this a movie? Was this a comedy? I didn't get it right because I've never seen something like this. Black people or white people demonstrating that they are being facing racist and they are being discriminated against black people. And I'm sorry to say, but when Africans go to work abroad in these Europe countries, they are not being they are not favored, or they are not they don't have same rights with the white people on those countries. It's obvious. When you come and work in my country, the person who works in my country, the person who is the citizen of that country needs to have, you know, first priority. It's obvious. But unless the qualification does not match what they are doing, but most of black people in these Europe countries, they don't protest because, you know, you are in someone's country, he has given you work, and you are protesting because they are discriminating you because the white people are being favored. We can't even think of that. But these white people knows this is their right. They knows how are we discriminated, and this is our country. They know South Africa is our country. They know they have rights in South Africa. They know Africa is one of them. So when the black people are being favored more than them, it shocked them. It shocked them because they cannot expect something like that, and that's why led them to the street. That's why I led these white people to go to the street and protest, because when I'm a Kenyan and you come all the way from China, you come here and work in Kenya, and then you are being favored the most, I will speak out. This is my country. Why are you doing this to me? But this got me, like, it got me down. I never expected something like this to see while I'm alive. I never expected to see white people being discriminated by black people while I'm alive. And this is just to tell you that one day, one time, Africa will rise. And when Africa will rise, the white people will not believe. They will not believe. They will not believe that it comes a time when a white man is under a black man. They will not believe that it comes in a time when a black man is richer than a white man. They won't believe, because, and that's why they are working so hard. They are working so hard to oppress black people. They are working so hard to take everything, so that when we realize, when we rise up, we will find we don't have anything. We don't have gold. We don't have copper. We don't have our resources. We don't have our land. So yes, we will rise, but we will not have power to speak. But when we rise now, when we realize ourselves earlier enough, and still having our own resources, still having access to our oil, still having access to the gold, copper, uranium and everything, we will be great. And this will make Africans or black people to be the head and white people to be the neck, and that's what they don't want. That's what they can never see that coming, and that's what they are fighting so hard. So these white people were being discriminated by the black people. Okay, thank you to the black people. Somehow, kudos to them. But it's not that I like it. It's not that I like it. But every human being need to have the same rights. Human beings are human being, and color is just a color. But sometimes when you think of how our white brothers did to our black brothers, when you think to how they carry us, when you think how they have caused wars in these African countries, killing our children, our sisters, our brothers, mothers and fathers are not there because of the war they are causing in this country. How many times they are the one who are leading the coups in this country? How many times are the one who are making a brother go against a brother fight against a brother? How many times we see them stealing, destroying from Africa? How many times I've seen my brothers and sisters suffering in their hands? When I think of that and I see this protest, I tell to myself that this is good. I don't see if it's bad. But two, When I think of my conscience, I think that it's not every time you need to, to pay back. I just say, he's a human being. But believe me or not, I'm a Pan-African and I'm an African. Whatever it takes for Africa to be great, I will go with it. Whatever it takes for Africa to be number one, I will go with it. Whenever I see a black person anywhere being discriminated or being tortured or being... I will talk, I will speak, I will stand by him, by himself, by herself and say, this is my brother. So, we need to unite as Africans. I want to see more of this protest in these countries. I want to see more of these white protests in these African countries. I want to see more of these protests in Congo, in Kenya. I want to see white people are going on the road saying that the government, if this country is not paying us, feel how your fellow black people are feeling. I want to see these white people in these African countries sleeping hungry because the black people are doing that too. I want to see all these white people in this country having 1 meal a day, because that's how Africans, that's how black people do. I want to see all these white people going to companies and asking for job here in Africa, because that's what Africans are doing. It's not all of us that Africa will remain tail every day. It's because we have not realized ourselves. It's because we are being carried in a way that we are the bad people. We are criminals. We are people of violence. We cannot have a country. You have given Africans, we are republic, we are freedom, and we don't have freedom yet. We are free and we don't have freedom yet. So when I see this white protest, I see them protesting that they are being discriminated by black people. I don't love it, but I just want them to feel this is how we go. This is how your brothers do to us. This is how. But in other way, white South Africans are South Africans too. Some of them were born there. And if you were born there, you are South African. In Africa, we do not chase you, or we do not discriminate in that manner that you are not from this. We accept everyone. But in return, what do we get? We get wars in our countries. We get poverty in our countries. We get our goods, our things being stolen. So, I'll just say, tell me in the comment section what do you think about this video, because I never expected this. I really never expected this, that white people are protesting because they are being discriminated by the black people. Wow. God. Sometimes table turns. Table can turn. Today you can be on top, but tomorrow I be on top. Today you can be the one giving me food, and tomorrow I be the one giving you food. If you gave me 2 spoons, tomorrow I'll give you 2 spoons too. If you gave me a place to sleep, tomorrow I'll give you a place to sleep, and even more. If you are thinking of me in the time of desert, I will think of you in the time of desert too. Because it is not rainy all the seasons. Sometimes some things change. I am the Kenyan Beast, of course. Let's do it the African way, and peace be with you.